working with you, we were able to get not 20, not 30, but $70,000 off the sticker price of this Lamborghini.
Coming up on the Melanin Money Show.
Because now when people see you talking about that, they can understand that it's actually possible. He's just not a guru trying to sell you a supercar.
Exactly. I know people who bought brand new Lamborghini Aventadors, blew the motor, put another motor in it, sold it. When you in a recession, it's a good time to buy cars.
And there's only a few of them. It's limited supply, which increases demand, which drops up the price. Jesus Christ.
I got $15,000 from that car.
In profit. And after you drove it.
After I drove the car, drove the hell out of it. And that happened multiple times with like 5 or 6 different cars I've had. And I was like, oh, shit.
Man, you probably helped open up a lot of people's minds on what's possible. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode.
Another one.
of the Melanin Money Show, man. And honestly, one of the dope things about just podcasts and having dope people in your circle is that, I mean, before this podcast was, could have been a podcast, right? We're just having an organic conversation about, one of the areas that he's an expert in, which we're gonna, don't worry, we're gonna break it down for y'all. But I want to introduce a guest who I've known for a little while now, and to watch his evolution has been super dope. I think the last time when I was in Atlanta, we were kind of joking about it a little bit, but it's just good to see how you've been able to level up over the years, and we're excited to unpack this new world that you're in, this new shiny.
Shiny. I'm all shiny, ain't it?
But no further ado, Ratiq, how you feeling, bro?
Great, man. Amazing, bro. Blessed, man.
Awesome.
Like I always say, bro, I feel like whenever you say you feel a certain way, you feel that way.
Big facts. Big facts. Humans are the only creatures that can think a thought and have a metaphysical response.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
And so, but yeah, let's get into it, bro. So, well, number one, you came to the event last night.
Yeah, lit.
Was it good? It was a good time?
Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, what? Location, lit. Environment, lit. People, lit. It was just good energy. I fuck with it.
Dope. We're glad you had a good time, man.
Can I say I fuck with it?
Yeah.
Especially at the Aristotle episode.
Yeah.
The band-aid is...
I forgot who was here.
Yeah, the band has been ripped off.
Shout out to Aristotle. That was a fire episode, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So for those who don't know, who you are, can you give a little bit of context to your background before we get into the meat and potatoes of the episode?
So my name is Ratiq. What camera roll again? Anywhere? Doesn't matter. Okay, cool. Yeah.
But nah, it's fine.
Keep that. Yeah.
My name is Ratiq DeWitt, man. I'm a entrepreneur. Been an entrepreneur since I was 21 years old. So I'm 31 now, 10 years. I started off in the bail bond industry. A lot of people don't know that.
In the what?
Bail bond. I used to bail bond, get people out of jail.
Oh, bail bond. Gotcha.
Yeah, chasing motherfuckers, all that wild stuff.
Oh, you might just like the show? Like when you catch somebody who...
Yes, I did that real life.
That's wild.
No cap, I did that for 3 years. I was the youngest bail bondsman in North Carolina for 3 years. That was an amazing experience for me. I went from doing that to doing trucking. I did trucking for 3 years.
You was actually driving the truck?
No, I was the owner. I never had my CDLs.
Okay.
So I kind of ran a play from my owner's perspective.
Yeah.
Did owner financing with a few people who had trucks, put them on the road and ran them. That was crazy, a big learning curve. And I went from doing that to starting a credit repair company with me and my wife. For some people don't know this, but in North Carolina, it was rated the biggest and the best credit repair company 3 years in a row. In Charlotte.
Really?
Yep, 2019, 2020, and 2021.
Shout out to Lex.
Yeah, shout out to Lex.
Facts. She has great energy, man. Every time I see her.
Facts. Yeah. But for the past, I would say year now, right? I'm a big car guy. I always loved cars. Throughout my entire years of being in business, I always bought crazy ass cars. I think I had like 17 cars at this point on the high end side.
Gotcha.
And I got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm making money, but I'm not happy.
If people don't understand that's the thing.
That's a bar. I'm making money, but I'm not happy.
People don't understand that's a real thing.
Right.
Yeah.
People hear the quote, they be like, if I'd rather be either broke or have a Ferrari, I'll cry in my Ferrari. But that's not true. Like,
not
you want to
true
be happy.
Yeah.
It's not true.
Yeah.
I think where I'm at in life right now, because we all grow, mature and evolve, like peace and happiness is my most important.
Right.
It's most important to me. You know what I'm saying? So I got to a point where I was like, okay, cool. Like I want to do something in the car industry. Like I could talk about it all day long. I know everything about cars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I looked into what I could do, and I came across, auto brokering. I can help people, pretty much locate the car for them, negotiate the car for them, the whole 9 yards. And no offense to the industry, but what I realized is like it's set up to a position where auto broker pretty much is like a damn dealer, but without a dealership. Yeah. So they make money on the back end, and that money can fluctuate depending on what they want to charge you. Mm-hmm. I'm a big guy of integrity.
Yeah.
Raising my grandparents, treat people right, you get treated right. Mm-hmm. You know, it always tenfold. So I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna do something a little different. I want to more so help out, you know, these people, but tell them what I'm gonna charge them up front. Mm-hmm. That way it's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I go crazy for them, you know, getting them a great deal, lowering their monthly payments, getting them in the car with no money down, the whole 9 yards. And like you were just saying a minute ago, bro, started this company 8 months ago, Dream Car Secrets.
Really? Only 8 months ago?
Only 8 months ago.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah,
the power of niche.
Yeah.
Huh? That's the power of niching
power
down.
of niching down, right? And the power of following your passion. You know, some people say, you know, just make money. Don't worry about. I think to a certain point in life, like where you are in life, yeah, you know, work to kind of get your bread up.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you're gonna get to a point where you're not gonna be happy, and you're gonna have money. Well, everybody ain't got a passion too, so I can't really say that.
I think it's like this, right? I think
thing,
there's two ways to look at it, right? So like if you're really young, and you know going into it that you're willing to work towards your passion because you figured it out, the key is just gonna be like not like acquiring lifestyle to where like you can do it just because you don't have shit to pay for, right? That's one option, right? Yep. The other option is it's like, okay, well, let me go ahead and do something just to make money, get past survival mode, get me a little cushion to where then I can do it. 'Cause I think where the issue comes is when you put pressure on your passion, right? Where it's like you're relying on your passion to pay the bills. Like we did this podcast started 2 years ago and didn't need any money from it. Actually turned down the onesie twosie, you know, partnerships because we knew what we wanted to be, right? So we can have events like we had last night, and so it's getting yourself to a point where you're at least beyond survival mode and have a cushion so that you can do your passion without putting pressure on it.
I agree. So with me having the credit repair, just to kind of bring
your money was already right.
Exactly. With me having the credit repair business and the business funding company doing so well, it was just like, hey, I want to do cars.
Yeah.
Got it.
You know? But yeah, just to kind of bring more context, like you said, 8 months now, I think I'm well over like $4.5 million in cars.
Yeah, that's what I was so shocked about the 8 months. I'm like, bro, I know how many cars you've helped people acquire. These are my friends. You know what I'm saying? I know how many cars you've acquired. Like 8 months, bro, that's crazy.
We was just joking offline about the mixer that was on Friday. Would you say I asked you?
What?
About the cars?
Oh yeah. So we had a mixer. We had a mixer at the mansion Friday night, and I invited my aunt and my niece to these events because I want to expand their mind. I want them to see the mansion. I want them to know that they can have anything in the world. And my aunt, she went out front and she was like, "Oh, you rented like these cars for the parking lot? Like, that's dope." And I'm like, "No, auntie, these are all my friends' cars." She's like, "But there's Lamborghinis and Ferraris everywhere." I said, "Exactly." Like, and for a second, I just forgot like just how you know the circle that we are is different from
how blessed we are, bro.
Yeah, how blessed we are.
Yeah, how
blessed we are to be surrounded by the people that we're surrounded by. But the second thing was like Ratiq helped get everybody these cars out here. So we got to talk about that, man.
Walking advertising. That's probably the easiest walking advertising.
The referral game is crazy.
Yeah. Well, before we get into it, just a really quick pivot, almost just an entrepreneur reflection moment. Like, what was that moment for you where you realized that like, okay, you have kind of normalized a level of success that isn't normal? So here's what happened for me. So it was a family member of mine who's successful, and she was just something about like a raise that she had got, and she's making like $250,000 for the year. And then I was happy for her, but then internally my instinct was like, oh, that's a doable monthly income or less, right? Yeah. And so for me, I was like, wow, like people like. In our world, $250,000 is great income.
6 figures.
You know what I'm saying, for an annual salary, but we have the ability to do that right in 30 days, right? That's when it really clicked for me to like, it's okay to like pause. Like we always want to chase the gap from where we are right now to where we want to go, but forget about the gap from where we are to where we came from. And I try to always have that as a North Star and a gratitude. Like, yeah, we want to keep getting to it, but at the same token, like, you know, we're doing okay for ourselves.
I agree. I 100% agree. And I was just talking to one of my homeboys about this. I was like, bro, what I realized is that, you know, like sometimes you'll get around, even with our environment, sometimes you'll get around people, you know, with a high level of success and you'll start comparing yourself. But we all got our own journey. And one of the best things you can do is just focus on you. Like lock in on what you got going on. You know, forget what because, you know, God gave all of us a vision and you can't see my vision and you can't see mine either. And it's made for me to follow my path, you know, and stick through it, you know, and not worry about what everybody's doing. So prime example, bro, like I used to work at Bojangles. Bro, I used to make $300, bro, every 2 weeks, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Getting dropped up on my grandma. You know what I'm saying? I went from working that job for a few months to buying me a Honda Accord, $600. The transmission was gone. From me working at Bojangles, I took that money and I went and went to a what'd you call it? Like the little fast loan companies. I gave them my title and they gave me money to put a transmission in my car. My whole goal was like, get my car right so I can start getting me a better job, and get me a factory job, right? So we're at the factory jobs, bro. Honestly, I kept getting fired because I'm like working these long hours, you know what I'm saying? I'm falling asleep and whatnot at the job. I'm like, this ain't for me.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, but in 2012, after about 6-7 factory jobs, bro, I got shot.
Really?
I got shot. Me and my homeboy decided to go out one night, and it was crazy because it wasn't meant for me. It just was a dude randomly shooting. But I went out to a nightclub because I'm working all the time. Like, bro, I need to take me a little break.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm young. I want to party. I go out.
Yeah.
I'm in the parking lot, and dude starts shooting. You know, apparently he got kicked out the club and was hot with the bouncers. You know, me and my boy was in the parking lot across from him, and we was outside of my car. I had a Honda at the time. My Honda had speakers in it and whatnot. I'm playing music. We out talking to girls, and I guess because we didn't duck down, he started busting at us. Oh, y'all not scared? That note.
Wow.
Yeah. So, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I got shot. I went through therapy. I was like depressed. I was down, bro. Like I'm talking about 6 months. I got to go in there. Got shot in my hand, bro. Like literally. My bone, it went through my hand. So my knuckle, I can't even bend my finger all the way. It hit my knuckle, it went through my hand, it came out right here. And they had to put a metal brace in here to keep everything together. So
does you still feel pain in that area?
no, thank God. And I'm right-handed. So I'm talking about like it changed my life forever from me putting a loaf of bag, you know, taking bread out of the bread bag and me putting it on my hand to wash my body. Because I was so unused to washing my body with my left hand.
Right.
So driving, you know, my Honda was a manual, a stick. Yeah. So now I'm in here.
Shit. He's doing all
type of, you know what I'm saying? So it was wild, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it was a depressing moment for me because it's like, I just felt like I lost a part of myself. You know what I'm saying?
I relate to that.
Yeah.
To that so much. When the spinal surgery I had, it's like so.
Spinal.
Yeah. So I had a tumor that was growing in my 9th vertebrae. I didn't know it. You know, I was thinking I'm, you know, got some random back pain. You know, so I'm still going to the gym, still doing regular stuff. Long story short, you know, fast forward, I end up going to a chiropractor who just sees me like walk in the office. This is after me going to like massage therapists, sports medicine doctors, all sorts of different people who couldn't tell me what was going on. She's like, I don't know what you got going on, but I can't do nothing about that. The way you look. So she was able to get me like an advanced MRI where they could see like with contrast, like what was happening. And they saw that I had a tumor that was in my spine. So they removed it, replaced it with metal rods and screws that I have in my back right now, titanium cage. And during that period, like of recovery, like I got married this few months before I had the surgery. So you know how they say for better or worse, like my wife had to do that immediately. But I had lost, like I was also had just got married, so I was in the best shape of my life, you know what I'm saying? I just went on my bachelor party. So to go from that to like just being like this frail shell of myself, I was just depressed, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I bought a gun for the first time. I said, it's the first time in my life I feel like if somebody rolled up on me, I might not win.
That's crazy.
First time
the same thing happened to me. I didn't buy a gun until after I got shot. I never bought a gun after I felt like I couldn't protect myself.
And I was newly
saying?
married. So for me, it was even more so. It was like, damn, like somebody rolled up you and your wife, like what you gonna do?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like I just relate to that so much because people don't realize like when something like that happens, it like takes something from you.
It do. No cap. And just to kind of continue on the story, man, like I got my bail bond license from my uncle coming in the house one day when I was in my grandma's house, standing in one of her rooms. And I was there, like I said, like 6 months, just not doing nothing because I couldn't. You know, job is like everything was kind of manual. If you can't use your brain to work and make money, you can't make money. So that's what I was kind of brought up in. My whole family, it's like, you know, working, restaurant, That's what everybody do. So my uncle walked in the house one day, was like, yo, Teak. He used to call me Rock, man. He like, yo, Rock. Yeah, man, I just went and took this bail bond test, man. I failed again, man. I got to wait a whole year to retake this motherfucker. I'm like, word? He like, yeah. I'm like, damn, so what's bail bonding? He was like, you don't know what bail bond is? He kind of put me on game. what caught my attention was this guy named Jackie Parker back where I'm from. He was like, yeah, this dude named Jackie Parker just bought a brand new i8. That's when the i8 first came out.
Yeah, that was the one when it first came out.
That was with the doors.
The doors came up like,
It's like the closest thing you get to a Lambo.
Hey, look,
a Lambo. You know what I'm saying?
and girls don't know the difference a lot of times.
Right.
So that junk was precious. So I'm like, word. He's like, yeah, he got a big ass mansion. So I'm like, okay, what's bail bonding? He kind of told me, you know, you just go get people out of jail. They pay you. Bro, I'm like, okay, cool. You know, so I hopped online. First time really hopping. This is my first step using online to
find some money.
I just Googled like how to become a bail bondsman.
Crazy way to say it.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, that was like literally. I was like how to become a bail bondsman in North Carolina. And it was a little class you had to take. You know, then you take a state board test after that. I'm nervous as hell because I always sucked in school. I'm talking about suck. But yeah, man, I went and took the test. I passed that joint. I remember it like being March, somewhere around like March 13th. Bro, I made 50 grand, you know, like that first year, and changed my life because I never made that kind of money. Like we talking about somebody that was making $300, say 2 weeks. You know, $800. So that was a game changer for me. Went from that, like I said, bro, and ever since then I've been in the entrepreneurship world. That was 2013.
Okay,
dope. So thank you for giving us that backstory. That was amazing. So now walk us into like how you've gotten immersed in this world of supercars. Right. Like talk us through that. What do you do? How you helping people get all these cars? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you the guy now. You know what I'm saying?
So funny story, right? Like a lot of what I know, it come from making mistakes.
Okay.
Like prime example, I bought me a car from Sal's Auto Sale. I'm gonna put his ass on blast.
Sal,
you don't notice, bro.
You don't notice.
Sal's Auto Sale in Oklahoma, bro. Bought me a Audi. Had a V10 motor in it. Same motor as in a Lamborghini at the time, because if you don't know, Volkswagen owns Audi. Volkswagen owns Lamborghini. Volkswagen owns Porsche.
Volkswagen owns Lamborghini?
Yeah, they also own...
That's what I learned from investing in the stock market. You'll see all the companies there.
They also
losing a choice.
Yeah. Volkswagen the GOAT, if you don't know. They the GOATs.
No idea.
Yeah, they the GOATs. They also own Bugatti.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So
lose your choice.
That's why they interchange their parts. So my Audi had a V10 motor in it, right? Same motor that was in the Lamborghini Gallardo. It was like a 08, right? Bought it from Sal's Auto Sale. Got the car shipped to me. Did a bunch of videos showing me it was right, the whole 9 yards. Car came to me. I started it up. Car started shaking. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, yo. And we talking about, I don't make money, bro.
Yeah. How much was the car?
Huh?
How much was like?
The car was, if I'm not mistaken, like 24,000.
Okay.
So it had high miles too. That was one thing too. You know, people think buying high miles cars is a better way to go. But anyway, that taught me, like, whenever you buy a car, you get a car, you know, inspected. But how do you get a car inspected? You know, so I learned about pre-purchase inspections. You can literally pay people to go out and inspect the car for you.
A third party who has no association with the dealership. Yeah.
That no association with the dealership. And then you can actually take that car to somebody who specializes in that individual car and have them lift it up, check the suspension parts, go deep dive into the car, put it on the scan tool, the whole 9 yards, right? Because you really don't know what you're buying until you got it at your crib if you don't do that.
Right.
And if you're buying a car, I don't care whether it's $24,000, $50,000 or $200,000, you're gonna feel some kind of way. You know, when you buy some shit that ain't right. So my whole thing is, I learned what I learned, bro, from just making mistakes over and over and over and over and over. And I like, cool. I got this shit figured out.
You know at least you made the mistake at the $20,000 and $40,000 level, and not at the $200,000 and $400,000 level. Because, bro, honestly, I'm just giving you my experience. You know, when I went to buy my first supercar, I was like, I want to buy a Lamborghini because, again, all my friends got Lamborghinis now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because of you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I remember look at the Lam, and you know, you told me, hey, bro, I can help you get that car down. I'm like, what you mean? He's like, bro, I can help shave like, you know, $20,000, $30,000 off the car. And I'm like, bro, $30,000, like, you know what I'm saying? So I was about to literally go get this Lamborghini, pay sticker price, bro. I wasn't get no pre-purchase inspection. I was just gonna give him the money and get the car, bro. Like, and like he's like, bro, you cannot be doing that at something that costs that much money. You know what I'm saying? And then you know, working with you, we were able to get not 20, not 30, but $70,000 off the sticker price of this Lamborghini. Get it fully inspected. Jeez. Like I never felt more confident about buying anything.
Hey, Aren't you tired of buying courses in those emotional states when you want to get a result, but then you actually don't do anything with the course? Do you know on average, the completion rate for a course is about 2%? But here's the thing, it's not entirely your fault. The problem is you buy the course, but you don't have access to the source who actually created it.
See, that's why we're doing something different. With the Melanin Millionaire Club, you're not just gonna get access to courses. You'll get access to the people who created it so you can get your questions answered. Because it's not just about learning, it's about taking that information so you can start earning. So the Melanin Millionaire Club is gonna give you access to courses, but not just that, it's an entire university of information. We have financial flicks, we have hundreds of previous recordings, but more than that, y'all, we have an amazing community of people just like you who are trying to become a first generation millionaire. So like GA said, like you can survive without community, but you can't thrive without community. So this is the place you need to be, right?
100%, because here's the thing. If it was just about information, we'd all be billionaires with six packs. So that's why every single Monday, we're going to set the tone for your week with Melanin Millionaire Mondays, where our entire community is going to meet up. The energy is going to be high. We're going to set the intention for what we're going to execute on so we can move the needle forward, and Carter and I and the rest of our team can keep you accountable.
So that's enough information. You see the rest in the club. All you got to do, click the link below, sign up, and start your journey to your first millionaire year. Let's get it.
Let's go.
White glove.
Like when I bought that car, I knew everything was right.
Yeah.
And it was because, you know, we're working with you and that and like people don't know, bro.
You're right.
And this is a big purchase.
Yeah.
If you mess this up, they ain't come to get it back. Like you out there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you just made something come to my mind too, bro. Like I was talking about learning lessons. I bought a BMW M6. It was a Austin yellow joint, and this car got stolen, by the way. That's a whole nother story.
Oh, you told me that's what the bowling alley at y'all joint. That was crazy.
I'm talking about still to this day one of the best cars I had, and it was a BMW, but it was a rare BMW, only 100 made.
That was, bro. You gotta tell that story, bro. That was hilarious, bro. And I want to derail your thought. You got a thought.
I'm gonna say my thought
Okay,
and then
tell the story.
tell
You gonna make it relive that pain?
I'm sorry.
Bro, I got it. So it's crazy. It's insane.
Okay.
But make a long story short, I found this super rare BMW, bro. I had this BMW for like maybe 3 months. It got stolen. Dude who stole it, XYZ, it got wrecked. I'll get more into the details of that in a second. But I made, when the car got wrecked, what insurance companies do is they'll look at the value of that car. And they'll pay you your loan off, whatever the case may be, or they'll give you the money for that car based off the value of that car.
Right.
So I bought me a super rare car, great miles, great condition, and it wasn't really much to compare to.
Right.
But the top dollar cars that was on the market. So guess what they paid me?
Top dollar.
Top dollar.
Exactly. So I got $15,000 from that car
In profit.
in profit.
And after you drove it.
After I drove the car, drove the hell out of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that happened multiple times with like 5 or 6 different cars I've had. And I was like, oh shit.
Which is rare in the car
This
because
is-
we know literally when you leave the lot.
It's a depreciating asset. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But see, that's what people think. And that's only because they buy the wrong car. I always thought cars are liabilities too, but it's when you buy the right car at the right time with the right options. So prime example, like a lot of people will buy a car when first of all, they'll buy a car with base options. They'll buy black on black, something super duper basic. Not saying black on black is always bad, but they'll buy high mileage cars, super base model, to lower the price. When you do that, you also lower the desirability of the pool of buyers that could potentially buy that car when it's time to resell.
Right. The lesson in that though is like, if you got to get the entry model one, maybe it's not your time.
Step down.
That's it. Maybe it's not your
Step
time.
down. And bro, this
get the
strategy-
souped up Honda right now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
And bro, like this
this
whole making money thing from the car, like without renting it out, you can do this shit with cars that cost $30K,
Yeah.
$35K. So if you want to step down, step down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's really all about it. Like I said earlier, just buying cars with the right mileage. Like prime example, when it comes to exotic cars, right? They normally driven between 1,500 to 3,000 miles a year. If you buy a car over that, you're buying a car that's depreciating, that has depreciated a bunch because of the mileage. And then when you go to sell it, you're selling it to a pool of buyers who are just looking for something cheap, not the ones who are looking for something that got the right miles.
Right.
That's gonna pay top dollar.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's really like a strategy, bro. Like it's like a financial strategy.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so yeah, man, it's really just about buying the cars the right way. And then when you do that, it presents that opportunity to hop out of them joints and make profit. I don't care whether you crash the car and Insurance had to pay you for it, or you sold it.
Now that makes sense, right? Because I think when someone hears the point, and we understand, we've been on this theme, right, with our show recently, to try to bridge the gap between limiting beliefs and the oversimplification of success, right? And the gap is context, right? So if we hear, if the average person hears like, I can teach you how to buy a supercar this way, profit, boom, boom, boom. We know because we know you.
Yeah.
That's truthful. And we also understand that in this social media world, you got 30 seconds to niggas listen, right?
Yeah.
We understand that, but on this longer form platform, the people who are verified that we know, know what they're talking about, we want to be able to bridge that gap with the context. Because when you said it, that clicked for me. That just makes logical sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so like, I'm just glad people can understand, because now when people see you talking about that, they can understand that it's actually possible. He's just not a guru trying to sell you a supercar.
Exactly. Or a course or some shit.
Yeah.
Right? That's really where it's at now. Oh, you just trying to sell your course. Like, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah.
Let's
I'm gonna
be
say your
real.
ass $10,000.
Yeah. Or 70.
Or $70,000.
Yeah.
Right.
And for me, you were the first person who ever taught me that you can make money from a car without renting it out. Because people are like, yeah, I'm gonna get a car rented out. Let me tell you something. If you get a Lamborghini or you get that Ferrari and you sit in that mug for the first time, you don't want your girl driving that joint.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Let alone a stranger. You like, bro, some people get it to rent it out. They get it, they don't rent it out. Now you got $3,000 a month payment because you ain't renting it out no more. You know what I'm saying? But you actually teach that they can keep it, drive it themselves, look good in it, but still make profit on the back end by the resale by keeping the values right.
Big facts, man. It's crazy because think about an entrepreneur like yourself, right? Or like you. Do you know what a car, let's just keep it a band. Like, first impressions mean a lot. Somebody hop on your page and they see a Lambo. They see a Ferrari. They see a Benz.
Yeah.
Right.
Shit, let me check dude out.
Yeah.
People are people. Yeah.
It's like it's advertisement on another level, like for people that are interested into that.
Yeah.
But nah, like you said, bro, it's just a better way to buy a car. You cannot buy a car. I can't buy a car another way.
Yeah.
Facts. So let's get into the way in which you help people do it, right? I think we've kind of thrown around like your expertise and the value proposition, but like talk us through a little bit, like exactly what that looks like. What is it that you do?
So from a done for you standpoint, right? Like the first thing I do is I actually help them locate a car that's going to hold value. It's called capital preservation.
Okay.
Right. So the same way you got the stock market, the real estate market, how they fluctuate in value. That's the same thing with cars.
Right.
So what I do is I'll look at the historical data of cars and I'll figure out if they held in value over the course of the past 24 to 12 months. And that's the cars I tell my clients to buy so they can park money in them. Because that's basically what you're doing. You're parking your money. So I'll find cars that meets that criteria, and then I'll inspect the car, as you know, right? Well, first I'll reach out to the dealer to see if he even has some kind of leverage, because one thing about buying a car is that it's funny because the way dealers operate, bro, like I got this shit figured out. Like prime example, let me break this down to you.
Okay.
Let's give him the sauce.
Because you gave me some sauce, boy, and I was like, he's like, if a car has been sitting,
Let me
okay.
do it. I got you. So prime example, right? Like most dealers get a loan in order to buy cars, right? Not big ass dealers like Mercedes or like non-franchise dealers, I would say. You know, if I was to open me up a shop, a dealership, I would get me it's called a floor plan. It's a loan to buy these cars, and then I have to pay monthly payments on these loans in order for me to to keep that.
Ooh, I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, exactly. So my thing is, right, like a lot of people buy cars with this buy right now mentality when time is really on your side. So the whole thing about driving the price down on the car is all about leverage. The more leverage you got, the more that price can get lower, which is why we got that $70K off your car. So prime example, when a car has been sitting on a lot for a long period of time, let's say 90 days, that's like normally the period they like, this bitch gotta go. Right. Because it's costing them money every 30 days. Normally after 45 days, some people, depending on their plan, but 30 days, right? So they done made 3 payments on this car. Their whole goal is like, look, this shit is taken away from the profit that we can make.
Right, we gotta get this off.
Because you got a bottom line of what you paid for it, then you have that profit margin. They're eating at that profit margin. So my goal is to give myself as much leverage as possible whenever I buy a car, right? So I want to find the cars, first of all, that's been sitting for a while. So I can have that leverage. So I buy cars that have been sitting on a lot, like I said, 45 days, 90 days. And I reach out to them, hey man, what's going on?
It was so gangster, bro. Like I swear, when I showed him the vehicle,
he
was like, "Carter, this actually a nice Lamb." He looked at the spec. He said, let's wait like 30 more days. And I'm like, what you mean? I want to get this money now. He said, no, just trust me, just chill, bro. Literally, the 90 days happened. Like, on the 91st day, he hit up the owner like, hey, bro, this car been on your lot for a while. What you trying to do, bro? Like,
facts. I know you want it gone.
Yeah.
And then one thing I say too is like so many people BS when they come to buying cars.
Yeah.
They call a dealer, they over there talking like, hey, yeah, I'm asking you a million questions, but don't really have an intent to buy. I have an intent to buy when I call a dealer. And I say, hey, look, to show you, I'm willing to put a deposit down right now to secure that car. $1,000, $2,000. But I want to make it contingent upon an inspection. If it checks out well, we move forward. You know, and then I actually use the inspection as negotiating as well, because if something come back on the inspection report that ain't right, I need you to fix that before I buy the car. Or you know what, I'll take care of it. Just take it off. You know, just lower the price.
Right.
So the game is
the
crazy.
game.
Bro,
Game's crazy.
I feel like a boss. I'm like, hey, I'm like, look, you gotta speak to my car guy, man. Hey, look, I ain't got nothing to do with this,
every day
man.
you got a car guy.
Yeah.
You know you live and love. You got a car guy, got a watch guy. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta speak to my car guy, bro. I ain't in the middle of this, man. He gonna deposit.
That's dope, man. Now I know one of the things you said earlier in the episode is that you're a man of integrity, right?
Facts.
And so the reason why you got into this business is because you didn't like how brokers were like charging on the back end.
It's not even just brokers. I'm not against brokers. The whole industry, bro. So many people, bro. They take shit and they paint it with lipstick. Like I'm talking about shit.
Right.
Like people be thinking, oh, because the car is brand new or you know, it's a 2022, it's good. They got 300 miles on it. I know people who bought brand new Lamborghini Aventadors, blew the motor, put another motor in it, sold it.
Yeah. Crazy.
Sick work.
So it's a shark industry. That's what I'm trying to say.
That makes sense. So the reason why I brought that up is because let's say that, you know, unfortunately, right? Like there's people who will see, you know, the circle and everybody, you know, driving these supercars and maybe they want to, you know, jump the line and do something before they should do it, right? And technically they figure out a way to finesse themselves to be able to get the car, but like in the process, because you work with so many people, you know that they probably ain't at a place where they should be buying this car.
Yeah.
What's your response? Do you still sell them the car, or do you give them honest feedback on like, it's
funny? We got a guy right now in the situation, right? One thing I always do is I tell people, hey, look, go get a pre-approval, you know, through a credit union, through a bank before we actually go work. That way we know what money we got to play with. Some people, hey man, I got that, bro. I'm good, bro. I know I'm gonna get approved. I got an 800 credit score. And they go to the bank and they find out they can't get that money, you know, and they still trying to push for that car. Like, bro, you know, unless you want to put down 40,000. 50,000. That's when that tempo kind of changed.
Put down.
Then a lot of times it's like, you know, I know we want what we want, but if you can't afford it right now, you can't afford it right now. And I just be honest and tell them like, you know, bro, if you want to put XYZ down, cool.
Right.
I ain't a math magician. You know, I can't make that money just pop up. So
right.
Just being honest, like that's what I tell them.
Nah, that makes sense. I think there's a few things like cars is one of them where it's like.
You just made me think about something. I do got to play if they don't got the money where they can still get it, where they can still get the car, no money down.
Because I mean, you are the credit guy for 3 years. You had the best credit company for 3 years in a row. So it really makes sense to you in the business because you know the car industry and then you know the financing part. So you can put them together.
Me.
Okay,
but I guess my point there is it's not a matter if you can bridge the gap. I'm saying like if they like it just doesn't make sense for them to buy it. You know what I'm saying? Because they can get the funding. But it's like, okay, well, should you still be buying the car? I guess that's my point.
So I am a man of integrity, but I'm not going like.
But I'm a businessman.
you a grown ass man, man.
We come and tell you something once now.
No cap.
Cross my leg. I'll tell you something once.
I'm gonna tell you, like prime example with his car, like Carter, like let's just get that mug. You know, I'm like, bro, get it inspect. Carter, like, look, bro, you sure? I'm like, bro. Hey. I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna tell you, but at the end of the day, it's your decision.
Grown man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you, but I done some deals. I'm like, wouldn't it do that?
That's real talk.
What's your favorite car you've got somebody?
Oof. Favorite car I got somebody. I gotta say right now, one of my favorite cars is David Omari's Lambo. It's a red. First of all, dude do YouTube, right? YouTube automation.
Yeah.
He hit me up with like, yo, Teak, I want to get me a red Lambo. I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. He's like, yeah, bro, I want a Spider. I want red guts. I'm like, well, damn, nigga, do you want to buy one brand new? You want to build this motherfucker?
Yeah.
You want to go find a used car? You know what I'm saying? To that spec.
Yeah.
But yeah, I found a red Lambo, red guts, drop top.
Yeah.
Right. And we got 15K nasty. We
got
15K off that car. Depending on the market, because we are in an inflated market right now, in a recession market. Yo, I need to talk to y'all about the recession and inflation market. When you in a recession, it's a good time to buy cars. It's an amazing time to buy
supply and demand,
because the market always come back.
Yeah.
And then when it come back,
it's just like the stock market.
It's just like the stock market. That's what I said. It's just like the stock market. So, but make a long story short, David Omari's Lambo Evo. I think we got that car. Dang, I done brought so many cars, but I don't know.
Bro, you've bought like literally our circle in our group chat had no Lamborghini 6 months ago.
No.
We now have 8 Lamborghinis and 2 Ferraris in the group because of you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Don't forget the McCleasy.
Don't forget, I mean, this your McLaren is spitting out fire at them.
I had to go McLaren. I had to go something wild because I was like, look, girl, I want to come in the game and show people, look, I'm not playing.
Yeah.
I'm not the guy talking about supercars and ain't got the supercars.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Nah, that's dope. So you got a done for you service where if someone can, skip the hurdles of making a potential 70K mistake, get a white glove service. You do all the due diligence, and really all they got to do is sign on the dotted line and get their car delivered to them.
Yeah.
Right. And then you go shoot some content because you know in the content area.
Oh yeah, but then he flew out to me in LA.
Yeah.
He flew out to me in LA, brought the videographer, bro. Yeah. We picked up the car together, shot the content, bro. It was lit. Like, it made buying a car an experience, bro.
Full scale service. Now, what if there's someone who's like, they're ready or they're on the cusp of being ready, or maybe they're like, they really like cars, right? But they're not ready for that white glove service. Is there any way you can help them?
Yeah, definitely. So, I was saying this before, like, so when it comes to, exotic and luxury cars, let's just focus on luxury. When you say exotic, it's kind of on the high end. There are luxury cars that cost $30,000.
Yeah.
That cost, $35,000. If you're making $50,000 or more a year, you can actually get cars of that caliber and run the exact same play.
Got it.
You can do the exact same capital preservation play. So you can drive the car for 12 months, a year, sell it, make profit, break even. Or like it's situations where I got somebody who would buy just throw it out there, let's say a BMW M5, right? High performance car, BMW M5 competition. They'll drive the car for a year, they'll sell it. And then based on what they sold it for, and they do the math on the money they actually lost, they drove the car for like $200 a month.
Oh, I got you.
So it's like
you have like a calculator that I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. It's real simple, man. Yeah. It's like and to keep it a band with you, when you got cash, you can actually just pay for the car without, buying money because that's what you're really doing.
Yeah.
Because interest eats at that profit potential. If you just got cash, you can make profit every damn time.
Every time.
Right.
And bro, you're really revolutionizing the game because the reason why people like first of all, cars can mess up somebody's whole financial standpoint because they buy a car, then they sell it, they're underwater, they take that underwater loan, put it on this car, they do that 3 cars in a row, they $40,000 underwater on their cars. And like that's why people get so jaded about the car industry.
And
like,
they start trying to do stuff like insurance shit.
Trying to get out of it. But you mean is if I could turn a car into a slight real estate portfolio where I'm coming out on top and I got to use it to flex because like you said, with supercars and exotic cars, you make money from owning those cars. When you own a Lamborghini, you get to go to Lamborghini events and meet people that have Lamborghinis, right? Like Lamborghinis can just help you make more money in general. And then you can do that and exit and still make profit on the vehicle.
I think the key is just like making sure that you're still ready, like you can afford it regardless. Like for example, if I have a rental property, I need to be able to afford that mortgage, even if I think I'm gonna have a tenant. You know what I'm saying?
Like, and you're a financial guy, so I see where you're going with this. You know what's funny though?
What?
Car enthusiasts, they don't care nothing about that shit.
I already know.
Like, I was the guy back in the days, bro. I used to wear the Nike flip flops, black shorts, and a t-shirt all the time. My car fire.
Yeah. That's how, I'm a watch guy, right? And so I always joke when I see somebody with the Lambo, I'm like, the watch and the car cost the same thing. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever play yourself. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But
so you just put money into what you like.
Watches. And the other trend I'm seeing, and like all markets are the same. The other trend that I'm seeing is that it really works at the premium level, right? Like so, for example, if it's a Lambo, if it's a Ferrari, if it's a really quality car. I know you mentioned that you can do it at the luxury level, but like it really works and it's really simple when you buy best in class.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. When you buy best,
Lambo.
When you buy, it's like stocks. If you buy the best companies, right,
that's good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
So in markets, the same thing. If you buy a great house in a great market, like you're always gonna win.
Exactly.
And so it's like investing in any market isn't hard.
Yep.
You need to buy quality, right? But understand what quality is, and you can't lose.
Facts.
That's the truth.
You
That
nailed
was my
right there,
takeaway.
And
nailed it.
it's because when you buy quality, the people that are going to buy it from you, they don't really care, but they have the money to overpay.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if you have a Lamborghini, and somebody was like, "I'll pay 50 over a sticker. Give me the car." Like,
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Prime example, my McLaren, right? My McLaren, you can buy those McLarens all day long, $220,
Right.
$230. My shit was $270.
Right.
Why would you pay that much more? Saying my car is well optioned. Like you can't find another McLaren like mine with that sticker. Like it's gonna be a guy, a car enthusiast,
who buys it from you.
I want
that one.
Right.
I don't care how much you get, but give me that one.
My car was $270. I negotiated down to $250.
Okay, so you save yourself 20.
Yeah.
But you also know since you bought best in class, when you do want to resell, the people who you were selling to are this quality of people because they understand the specs of the car.
And they're going to buy it.
Which is another market trend, supply and demand. Because you spec'd it out and there's only a few of them, it's limited supply, which increases demand, which drops up the price. Jesus Christ.
I just had this situation happen to me. A dude hit me up on, I got my car for sale right now. Put it on Auto Trader, right?
You almost laughing like you came up on this one.
Yeah. That's the evil laugh.
Exactly, because it's once you learn the games, man, the numbers are really simple when you really understand what you're doing. Right. It's like, guy hit me up on Auto Trader, like, hey man, look, I like the car, bro. He sent me a video of my car from somebody else that had it. Apparently, my car used to be owned by this big wheel shop, this big rim shop, multi-million-dollar company. They actually bought the car and they spec'd it out the way it is. My car was $320,000 brand new.
Gotcha.
So, make a long story short, he was like, yeah, I want the car, man. I'm willing to offer you $315 for it. Like, bro, I appreciate you, man. If anything changes, let me know. I can only let it go for $255. He was like, all right, cool. I'll get back with you. He hit me up the next day. He was like, bro, would you take $235? I'm like, nah, bro. I'll keep it before I sell it for $235.
Yeah.
He hit me up again. Hey, bro, what you think about $245? I said, bro, gonna hit two. He gonna hit.
Yeah,
it's how it is. So it's like a lot of times, in the market, you'll get low balls. But if you got something that's right, you didn't overpay for it, it's going to sell. Especially when you bought something that's well optioned.
Yeah. But you gotta do the due diligence to know the value, right?
Exactly.
So it's like if I'm invested in the stock market, right, and there's a stock that everybody's talking about, but I know it's oversold, like, and everybody could be talking about it, like I like it, but I'm waiting to hear.
Yeah.
You might look crazy, but people like, nah, bro, it's running up. Okay. Wait, you know what I'm saying? Boom.
Patience.
And I get it at the right time.
Every single time somebody come through.
Every
time. Because you're not the only person with money.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Bro, man, you brought some gems, man. You probably helped open up a lot of people's minds on what's possible. Because I think cars in general, outside of PJ, maybe cars and PJs, but a lot of people can't do the PJ thing.
Yeah.
But cars are one of the things that a lot of people are skeptical about when it comes to like gurus and people on the internet and flexing. And I think that you've been able to help debunk the fact that it can truly work if you buy right, if you're the right person, if it's your season. And so just hearing your journey and the things you've shared with the evolution from, working in factories and getting fired 7 times to Bojangles. You've had a dynamic journey, man. And for you to be sitting here and doing what you do now is amazing.
Yeah.
And so for us and our audience who's listening to this, because you're so real in who you are, that I know there's somebody who's going to resonate with you. You're going to see, like, I might not be able to resonate with George. He's a financial guy. Carter, he's a tax guy. But man, I can resonate with him, bro. Yeah. Like that's how I came up. And so it's important for us to know, like, what does being a Melanin Millionaire mean to you?
That's deep. That's deep, bro. What did it mean? What does it mean to me? To me, it means wealth, bro. And wealth, not just in money, but also in health. A lot of people think, because you make money, you're rich, like you're good. Like that's what it's about, But if you don't feel good, money don't matter. So when I hear melanin money, I think about, just black wealth in both sectors, not just financially, but also health.
Big facts. Well, guys, we appreciate you for tuning in. If you love this episode, make sure that you like, subscribe, leave a comment, tap in with my guy. Of course, we're going to put all his information in the show notes. And if you're ready for a supercar or luxury, right, depending upon where you
flagship, luxury,
you know what I'm saying?
Whole 9 yards.
We'll make sure that you get all the information you need to tap in with our guy. I mean, he is the guy in the space now. Otherwise, he's going to be on the show, right? Because we only have people who have done it, who are verified.
I like that.
Right? And so we are excited to bring you a new guest with new game that you can execute on today.
Let's go.
Until next time. Peace.